So now we're on number lesson 9.2, number 3. So 9.2, number 3. 9.2, number 3. Okay, so on this one, it wants us to find the value of x. It wants us to find our side lengths here. So I know since that these are the same, I have two different types of triangles we can look at. I have, this one is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, or I have a, no, that's kind of the same, a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So my 30, 60, 90 triangle has the side lengths. 1 is my shortest side, 2 is my longest, my hypotenuse, and the square root of 3 is always by my 30 degrees. And, ooh, that's a bad glare on there. Is there any way we can move that so we can actually see the number 2 I wrote up there? Sorry, there's a bad glare on there. Okay, and then here my side lengths are 1, 1, and my hypotenuse is the square root of 2. Okay, so now we're going to decide which one of these we should use. It didn't give me degrees here, but look, this side and this side have the same. They're both x, so that means that they're the same. So these two are the same. Okay, now if I look here, this one doesn't have any side lengths the same, so we're not going to use this one. But on this one has two side lengths the same, so I can use that guy. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now this side here goes with my 1 over here. So I have x over 1 equals, now I want to use the side that has a number. I have a number here, 3 square root of 2. So 3 square root of 2 goes with that guy right there, square root of 2. Now we cross multiply. So I have x times the square root of 2, which is the square root of 2x, equals 1 times 3, the square root of 2, which is just 3, the square root of 2. Now I'm going to divide by the square root of 2 on each side. So I get x equals, this is timesing, so I'm just dividing here. X equals, I put this in my calculator and I end up with 3. So your answer here is 3. And you're done. I'll let you look at that for just a second. Sorry, there's a glare on there and I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay, now we're looking at number 4. This is still 9.2. This is just number 4. Okay, so same deal that we just did. This has a 30-degree angle right here. So I'm going to use that. I know I need to use a 30, 60, 90-degree triangle. So I'm going to use that. Okay, so this is 30 degrees here. This one, my right angle. And now my smallest side is here. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is square root of 3. Okay, so now we just need to set it up so we cross multiply. So this side y here goes with this guy here. So I have y over 2 equals, and then this 9 is going to go with this side here. So equals 9 over 1. Now I just cross multiply. Y times 1 is just y equals 9 times 2 is 18. So there's my answer for y. Y equals 18. We're going to do the same thing with x. Same thing with x. Again, my 9 goes over my 1, so I have 9 over 1 equals, now my x here goes over this bottom side here. So x over the square root of 3. Cross multiply, I get x times 1, which is just x, and 9 times the square root of 3, which is just 9 square root of 3. Those are your two answers, 9 square root of 3. And you're done. Okay, so now we're looking at 9.5, number 6. Okay, now I have a 60-degree angle right here, so that means I'm going to use another 30, 60, 90-degree triangle. So here's my triangle here. I always try to make it match. Here's my 60. That means this guy has to be 30 here. Now my shortest side, here's my shortest side. This is always 1. This is always 2, my hypotenuse, and the square root of 3. That's my side closest to my 30-degree angle. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to set up my ratios. Let's look for x first. Let's do x. Here's x. This bottom side goes with this bottom side over here. So I have x over square root 3. If I start on this triangle, I always have to start on this triangle. So again, I have my x. I'm going to start on this triangle again. The only side I have a number on, it says 24. So I'm going to use my 24. 24 over 2. This side here goes with this side here. You can see that? Okay. Now I'm going to cross multiply. Cross multiply. X times 2 is 2x, which equals, and then 24 times square root of 3 is just 24 square root of 3. This here means the same as 24 times the square root of 3. It means the same thing. So now I'm going to divide by 2 because we want to get x alone. X equals, I put this in my calculator, I end up with 12 square root 3. And that's my answer. So my x here is going to be 12 square root 3. Okay, now I'm going to do the same for y. So y, so my y side here goes with my 1 over here. So I have y over 1. Now again, I started on this triangle, so I got to start on this triangle again. Y over 1 equals 24 over 2. I'm going to cross multiply. You get y times 2, which is 2y equals 24. Divide by 2, divide by 2, y equals 12. And that's it. So now I have here y equals 12, and then those are all my answers. And you're done. Take a look at that for a minute. Ask yourself, do I know why she set these up this way? Do I know where these numbers came from and how they got set up that way? I know this y goes over 1 because this side goes with this side. I started with this triangle, so 24, my second one, has to be on top. Just ask yourself these questions.